It's Week 11 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the Packers' towering tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And a decent return there. We'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Past midfield to the 45, and he'll be taken down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
On first down, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Up the middle they go.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from an even 50 yards out. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film,
first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
this is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
The Packers offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. On 1st and 10, Burrow. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they'll whistle him down, but the Ford picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Burrow. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now, Burrow. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Here's 3rd and 2. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Finding Metcalf quickly on the RPO. Here's a 2nd and 6. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Play action now. It's Burrow. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
One of the tight ends motions right. A first down throw for Burrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one, and I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I'm not sure there's been one position on offense that has evolved more over the years, Mike, than the tight end position. They're no longer just the extra blockers. They're no longer just the underneath, hey, pick up a first down. These are some of the most dynamic playmakers in the league, and that's a great example of why.
They'll come up here, first and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll work now on second and 4. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie first-round pick.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. He'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings are back in this one. It's 17-7. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. We are through one. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's second and 6. Throwing is Burrow. That's into traffic, but taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. I'll give on the ground, and he will have a Packers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll run on 2nd down. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the pick. And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And that is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. To the ground, a 1st down run. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. In motion, Reed. Burrow here on 2nd down. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Here's Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Burrow. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Burrow now. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Green Bay. And this show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers up their lead. It's now 24-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Lucas Van Ness, the former first-round pick, there to make the tackle. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Packers offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. He is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st down, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They bring the tight end in motion. They go play action for Burrow. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Burrow to throw. Out quickly to Metcalf. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Packers set to kick this one away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. A very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. High fives to that punt return team. Nice return a moment ago. They are set up with a short field. They get it on 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Minnesota. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Still first down.
They'll look to throw again. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air one more time. That is caught, and he's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Vikings. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here's first and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans in control as those two have now gone to halftime. Nick Westbrook-Akine, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. Elijah Moore, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in, that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Now a run on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now, faking the give, he'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and have a chance at that hit. That ball is thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's 2nd best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one is caught by Reed. And a welcome down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31. As they line up 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. Right back to him on first down. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Byron Murphy there on the stop. One of the tight ends in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. No chance at all. He'll go down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he will score. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Drive will start on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd to make it a fresh set of downs.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support. They face 2nd down and 7. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now a give up the middle. He'll work this down inside the 35. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop. 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. It's to the end zone, but they can't It's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and that will lead to a second down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. To throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Some room across the 25 and mark him down up beyond the 30.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. No matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Receiver in motion, headed left. So second down, and they'll run it. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Another carry for the running back. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On comes the Packers punting team, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good, but see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. It's to the sideline and caught by Pickens. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw again. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down. Back to the air one more time. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. That's blocked once again by Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some...
So, it's a win for the Packers. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.